Gemini, welcome to your Astroflower solstice reading for December 2023. There's been a lot of good messages, a lot of bringing stuff up from, the depths of our souls and bringing it to the fore in the readings, and certainly was in the collective reading as well. It's I think we're moving into a make and break sort of stage of the history of the human species, and it seems to be pulling through on the individuals as well. On your relationships, things are supposed to be going very quickly. I think you might be blocking something, but you might also be just being really picky about how, of what relations you get involved in, which is fair play, which is great for you. But there's a lot certainly going on and bringing a lot to the surface. On your financial side, well, there's some really beautiful stuff going on there. There's a lot of working with other people, socializing, networking, major networking coming in, which is going to sort of build in you a real change in fortune. Very interesting reading on your financial side. You got 3 threes on your financial side, with the Wheel of Fortune and the 9 of Cups. I can't wait to see what that's going on there. That's very interesting. Let's just see what's going on with your first of the overall energies, which is the death and rebirth. And this is what it feels like, this solstice. It's almost as if like the solstice is coming in under the radar. And as it comes in under the radar, it delivers something completely new. And it's a new conundrum for the human species, for the collective. And it seems to be coming out in a lot of signs where we're starting to discover our true sort of essence, as it were. Maybe this is what this whole new way of being here is bringing forth, a lot of essences within your life, in this spiritual life, within your relationships life, because no one has had, for example, Lovers, 2 of Cups, Ace of Cups on the relationship side on these readings. No one. There's been none of that sort of thing. It's a real personal sort of thing, and this could be a personal renewal of you in many senses of the word, and that's what the overall energy is trying to sort of flush through. It ties in, I think, with Pluto in Capricorn. And I'm doing a special birthday thing for Capricorns as well, and I go into that in detail. We've also got your yearly readings coming out, which will be happening between the 27th and the 30th of December. And we're going to be doing them live, the yearly readings. And you can ask questions, personal questions, according to the cards or a petal that is on the Astroflower. But in order to ask a question, you've got to be subscribed, and also it'd be good to be subscribed in order to get the notifications of when the videos, when the readings are happening. On your karmic path, back to the reading of the solstice, back to the on your karmic path on your relationship side, you've got the Chariot. This seems to be a thing for air and fire signs, that in your karma, things need to move on quicker. And this is why I'm curious about that 4 of Pentacles there, which is the sort of in the petal of you and your conversations with your guides, your inner conversation that is within you. And it's almost a little bit about how you're leading yourself forward, because on this, things could really go quite quickly if you allow it to. And I've got a funny feeling it's a better thing to let it go quickly, to let things progress quickly from within you and allow yourself to go with the flow. I think I'm getting that more off that 4 of Pentacles than anything else. How's the universe influencing you? You've got the High Priestess. This is beautiful for your intuition, and I think this is what the overall energy is trying to bring out in you, Gemini. that that party side of you that you know you have, connecting with people and living the relationships fully. That's why, and really passionately, because you've got the death and rebirth, and I think the universe is trying to bring that sort of like intuition up through you, and that comes up in multitudes of different ways. It's not just through the images we see in our mind, but it's also through the coincidences that are around us. A song playing in a lift somewhere that just makes you helps you to connect a few dots and stuff like that. But look at the other thing as well. You got the death and rebirth on the overall energy, but you also got the world card at the top, your over general outcome. And I think energy and the overall energy is gonna have its way with you, whether you like it or not. And it could be a lot easier than maybe you're making it. With the connecting the sort of your past to your future, your super subconscious with your guides that help out on the longer term plans. You've got the Page of Wands, and this is all about the passion of living life. And I think you've got that, and I think this is what the universe is trying to bring to the surface within you, to reignite that passion. And I think this is what the eclipse is doing for you, and it helps you. You know how to create that path. You know what you need to do in order to be, to have that passion running through you and allowing your fire, which is at the base of you, to run straight up through you into your air and make you, reinvigorate something within you. It's more so on the relationship than on the financial side. But we've got this Four of Pentacles. I think I'm getting the idea of being overcautious. Normally, I'd say I try and sort of like find the best side of it all and everything like that. And as I said earlier on, it could be you being really specific about how you sort of invest your time and effort, emotions and energy into the relationships that are around you. But here, I think is you're not. I think there's a certain reticence that's within this, and I'm not sure it's really giving you the best results. And I think don't shoot yourself in the foot, Gemini. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. The overall outcome, you've got the World card. Now this is a Capricorn card, and this has to do with the solstice as well, and it is like. I think it's sort of saying here is from the 22nd, you should have sort of walked through into a new paradigm. And I think this is when that intuition is really going to start pushing you to follow things through and allow things to actually happen within your relationship side. And it could be a one-to-one, it could be family, it could be friends, it could be community, whatever it is. It seems to be pushing it through, and I would follow it. On your financial side, now this is the first of the threes. This is on your karmic path here, and it is the Three of Cups, and it is the celebration of the coming together of likewise spirits, emotionally likewise, as it were. And I think you have this capacity of being that. That person that is in in your workplace or anything like that just is the easygoing, and it's it's easy to work with you, and it helps other people out because you've got that positive vibration about you. That's what it feels like here, and that's what I think here is like your role is to get out there in whatever you're doing within your job or your business or your projects. Just sort of getting to a stage where you're it's almost like being like everybody's bigger brother or sister, or everybody's grandmother or grandfather. You know what I mean? Just looking after people in a very, very celebratory sort of way, because you're good at that and you love doing that. And I complain a lot about you doing it, to be honest, Gemini. Because did I call you Virgo earlier on? I don't think I did, but if you're with a Virgo, or if there's some sort of Virgo connection with your work, that maybe have something to do with for you. But normally I'm complaining because you don't put yourself first. You put everybody else first, and I usually complain to you about that. But I think here is a really beautiful moment where that's the thing to do. And that's why I'm feeling that sort of happening. This is a great card on your financial side, on your work side, or on your project side. This is good quality work. I think you know what you're doing when you are finally in line with what you should be doing. And that's been a real issue for you for the last sort of, I'd say, 4 months. And it could be a case of turning over this whole new leaf, and this could well be part of it. But the universe here is sort of kind of almost trying to encourage the confidence within you to know that you know the work that you do, and you probably do. And if you resonate that and allow that to come through your life, that's when you're going to bring people into your life that actually have the same sort of approach to work and have the same ethics about work as yourselves, and therefore it creates a very strong team. And with this sort of 3 of Cups as well on your karmic path, and with the universe sort of backing it up as well, it bodes beautifully for your future. Connecting the past to your future, the longer term karmic path, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. This has come up for a lot of people, the Wheel of Fortune, and it is certainly not playing in the sense of financial Wheel of Fortune. It's more of a sense that you're getting more out of your job. So basically, it could be a case that, your boss or you as the boss, or whatever projects you're doing, you're actually finding that you don't have to work so much in order to get what you need. Therefore, you've got more time, and that's very fortunate. There's nothing more expensive than time. And I think that's what I'm getting. I'm getting this sort of clock, tick-tock, tick-tock sort of scenario it's providing time for you and space. And I think that comes out of that good connection that you're obviously creating with people within your, that surrounds your business or your job or your projects. That sort of good connection is really sparking this change of fortunes according to what you've done in the past. And what's driving you, and in the conversation in you, is the possibilities. And I think that ties into that, the death and rebirth. And it's helping you to realize that actually combining with other people is absolutely beneficial to you for your career path, for your business, for your project, whatever you're doing. It makes life a lot easier for you, and it makes life a lot more enjoyable because there's a whole team involved. There's connections with other people. There's working together. There's relying on one another. There's this camaraderie about it all that seems to come out of this. And I think this is what those gifts are. I don't think they're necessarily just gifts of like a new job. Could well be for those of you who are looking for a new job. This could well be an offering of a new job and stuff like that. There's a lot of opportunity here. This is an interesting card. The 3 of Swords of the general outcome. I think this is a positive one. So, like I've seen it one way for the 4 of Pentacles. This one here, normally, obviously it was on the relationship side, it'd be a different kettle of fish, but we're on the financial side. So it's not really pertaining to sort of like separations and stuff like that. I think it's more of a case that maybe you might not have felt like that you'd got all the recognition that you should have got in the past. And I think that hurt you maybe. It's like kind of going, I've done really good work here, and I've done the background work. I've done the understanding. There's a lot of stuff that you've done that you didn't seem to get the recognition for it. And I think that is what is I think you're getting healing from that more than anything else. That's the sort of thing I'm getting off of it. That you're letting go of something that was emotionally painful for you more than anything else. And you're just letting go of it and you're moving on to much, much happier shores. Let's just have a clarification with the Light Seers cards. Thank you very much, Gemini, for being here. I hope you get the best out of these readings. I hope they help you to, explore life to its full capacity. And it'd be lovely to see you on the lives. If you're asking questions, it'd be absolutely beautiful. Yes, and I do appreciate all the support you give to this channel as well. It's absolutely lovely. Let's just see what's going on. With the death and rebirth, you get the Three of Cups. I think this is the rebirth of you, and I think this also pertains to your relationship side as much as to your financial side. I think there's a lot. Okay, so we're in the Christmas period as well. I'm calling it the solstice period, though, really, because people aren't putting up Christmas trees anymore, which is a Celtic origins. Is the Christmas tree. It's a very Celtic sort of thing, the green man sort of scenario. But there's obviously a lot of socialising that could be done and what's happening and stuff like that. But this is for you, is the overall energy. More than anything else, I think they're trying to get you out of your shell more than anything else. With the Chariot card, you get the Three of Pentacles. Look at that. You know what I mean? You got the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups on one side. Now you get the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups on the other. Although that's the Three of Cups is with the the overall energies, but there's some really good connections, and it can go so quickly with the Chariot card here. This is if you allow it to flow, and it's going to build a lot of confidence in you and how you connect with other people. I think it's going to put this Four of Pentacles in its place, where you really do have a choice of connecting with people in a very good quality way, but you've got to allow it to come through. That's what it seems to be at the beginning here. You've got to allow it to happen for you and for them and everything like that. With the High Priestess and the Wheel of Fortune wanting to break out there, what do we get? You get the Emperor. Owning it. I think the intuitions that the universe is trying to bring forth within you, and noticing the little things that are around you is really important. Little coincidences like that song in the in the elevator or the lift or whatever you call it. Those sort of things that trigger other ideas, that connects you with other people, and there's loads of things that going on here that I think is making you build a lot of confidence in you, because if you allow it to flow and you use your intuition as a sort of guide in a way, like a rudder, in that case you're going to get a lot more benefits out of it than just friendships. You're also going to build a lot of confidence for yourself about your future and feeling good about your future. Because, with the Page of Wands that's connecting the long-term karmic path, this will allow you to open up and explore your sort of passions. And this, open up your heart. This is as I said earlier on, there's no one been getting Ace of Hearts. You seem to be getting it now. Ace of Cups, sorry. Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, that sort of thing. It seems to be provoking that within you. I think more your past is like you've put your passions into it, and now you're putting your heart into it as well. And they're not the same things, passion and heart energy. Passions can come from many different things. You could be very passionate about sport, and it will involve your heart. There is no doubt about it. There is no emotional state that doesn't involve your heart. There's no emotional state that doesn't involve any other chakra within you, or with any other part of your center of being. And here I think is using your knowledge of your passions in the past to use them as stepping stones in order to open your heart. And when you do, I think that's you're going to be able to stop yourself from you know, holding back too much. I understand the holding back side of things. I really do. I understand it, and I think it's not a bad a thing, really. But yeah, maybe it needs to go a little bit further than that. And you can trump it to, you know, you can turn the Four of Pentacles into a case of being very, you know, holding back and being very sort of selective about how you put your emotions and your energy into relationships. You can convert it into actually as a position of authority, of knowledge, of understanding about how you work in order to get there. And this is this confidence that it's building up through you. And I think the overall energy and the general energy or the universal vibration is trying to encourage that confidence within you. And you can turn it from someone who's being very reticent to now someone kind of going, okay, they're not reticent, they're owning their space. And I think this is what is building that confidence in you. And it's you know, you can look at it in both ways, and it's a similar sort of situation. But here I think it's going to build a lot of confidence in you, and it's going to install a lot of confidence in the people around you as well. I've got a bit of dust in the throat, excuse me. Yeah. With the world, this new paradigm that you should be going into, that you should be going through with this solstice, a Capricorn card, the world card, you get the Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Wands, with the Emperor card. This is a very slow moving, and this could well be tied into that Four of Pentacles there, that reticence about you, but it wants to get on and do the work as well. And it's that sort of side of it where you know the steps you need to take in order to get the results that you want. And I think it's now a case of start applying them and allowing and flowing, going with the flow. You know, there's a fine balance that you're creating there. It's really, really quite nice. Let's just pick up a overall energy for the financial or the work side of life. Let's just see what goes along with that. You get the Star. I think you can. I think this is reaching for your dreams here. And I think, as I say, over the last 3 or 4 months, I think you should have found a new direction in your life. Maybe because of that, because you weren't getting the rewards that you actually due, as it were. And now it's with this new star here, you should really be aiming for the heights, aiming for the stars, basically. And it's not necessarily financial rewards here and success, although that is definitely within the cards there. But it's also recognition, I think, is also really important for you, and it does sort of play into you as well. With the Three of Cups, you get the Capricorn card of the Devil again, and this is the solstice is all about the start of Capricorn season. So I think this is what's going to come out of your karma here is that connection with other people without without feeling tricked. And I think that's what ties into that. And I think it's almost as if the devil's testing you in a way. This is like life is testing you in a way, sort of kind of going, can you rise above that? Can you not be tempted to close down? You know, and I think this is where it's almost as if like your karma's sort of like trying out a few things and testing you a bit. And I think you've got to rise to the challenge here more than anything else. And it'll probably be in the smaller details and the connections with other people as well around you that you'll notice it more than anything else, the way you're being tested within your financial world. Divine counterpart in your life. Look at that. On the universe is giving you on one side, on your relationship side, the Emperor, right? Owning confidence in your relationships. That's what it's giving you there. Because the emperor he is the controller over his empire. But an emperor who does not have the support of the people is just a tyrant. And that, you're not that. You're definitely not that. But on your financial side, with the Three of Pentacles, you get the Empress. And I think the universe is trying to tie everything in together into one here by bringing forth that sort of intuition within your life, and also on your relationship side, bringing it up from the depths from within you. But also here is bringing up the depths of your knowledge, your good work that you've done, the solidness that you have within working with other people, that you're reliable, that they can rely on you, you can rely on them. There's a real sort of connection between the two. And the Empress card has a control over her emotions. And this is where the universe is trying to help you to get that control over those emotions there, rise above it, and actually start. She's pregnant with the world, you know, and the world is up there as well. But you have everything. You can have everything at your fingertips, depending on just what you want. That's all. You know, whatever you want, you can get it, basically. If you want it, here it is. Come and get it. But you better hurry, 'cause it's going fast. That's, you know, that ties into that side. Look at that. This seems to be a repeating theme of knowing those steps in order to get to that. Look at that. You couldn't get much better than that. That's, you know, the overall energy is helping you to rise up and reach for the stars. And your past understanding, where you can really use your past as a wheel of fortune moment within your life, so you can know those steps in order to get to that star. And you know the process that you need to go through, the things you need to do in order to get there. And you will do. You will do, Gemini. Absolutely. I'm really chuffed for you, actually. It's a really solid, it's a coming of age. It's almost it's the dawning of a new day in you, Gemini. With the Nine of Cups, you get the Three of Wands. Gee whiz. We've got every single three out now. We got the 4 threes. This is choosing your reality. This is what you're doing here. And I think you're noticing the possibilities. Those 9 of Cups. And as I said, those 9 of Cups could be gifts like time. It could be space. It could be sort of stimulating, intellectual stimulating, or emotionally stimulating within your job, your business, and your projects. And now it's choosing what aspects that really work for you. And I think this is a moment of pause that you're doing this. There is this moment of stillness within your thinking, and it's going to give you that clarity to kind of go, do you know what? I think it's that wave there that I want to catch. And that's when you've got to go ahead and do it. You've got to go ahead and take that wave, though, at some point. And it seems to be like a real crux moment with pivotal moment with the Three of Swords. Let's just see what that comes out with. The Three of Swords there. Get the Page of Wands again, which you had over that side there. Once you realise that maybe the reason you weren't getting recognition in the past is because you didn't have the people around you that were capable of giving you that recognition. That's what I think. And once you do that, then you can really start playing on your passions, playing on that idea there, that happiness that Hierophant is, because they know the steps in order to get to that Wheel of Fortune sort of scenario. And on this side here, it's going to open up a lot of exploration of your passions, where your jobs or your business or your new business or your new projects is concerned. And it's going to allow you to let go of that emotional sort of slap in the face maybe that you might have had in the past according to your workspace. And it might have been just like kind of like feeling in a rut and stuff like that that was just not good for your heart. And now you're just sort of going ahead and living it. So there you go, Gemini. Thank you very much for being here. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, don't forget about those lives. There's also loads of links in the description below. You can book up a private reading with myself or a healing session with myself. There's loads of links in there in the description. Thank you very much for being here. Don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.